are typically here the fourth Thursday of every month at this Black-owned, female-owned establishment. I always on the floor, give it up to my cousin Kathy for keeping the balance in the family. But the food good? Yeah, so please come back. Please come back and patronize. The food's always good here. Recipes are good and fresh and flavorful and all those things. So we are here tonight especially because we are fundraising on behalf of an organization called Strides for Peace. I do this open mic again every fourth Thursday, but I ran into Maya's father and he said, my daughter is looking for an opportunity to do a poetry fundraiser before she goes back to school. And I said, oh my goodness, you know I do poetry and stuff. And he was like, what? And I was like, yes. And I was like, I have an event coming up in August. Can she join me? And so we connected. And when I tell you, I do business with grown folk. Oh, yeah. And this young lady is mature and pleasant and just spirit-filled. And it was just such a pleasure doing business with her. And I'm so excited for this opportunity. And so tell the audience, Ms. Maya, how you chose Strides for Peace.
So actually I had a couple charities in mind and I didn't know which one I wanted to go with. And then I stumbled upon Strides for Peace and I thought, this is definitely something I want to do because their message is give back to the community, and that's something that we have to do in order to make a change. We have to give back and we have to give our community a voice so that people feel like they're being heard and they have opportunity to do something with their lives. So I reached out to the executive director of Strides for Peace, and she was all for it. She was happy that someone of my age wanted to make a change and do something rather than see someone die on TV and be upset about it. She was glad that I actually took that motivation and I turned it into this. So that's why I chose Strides for Peace.
Give her a big hand. So when I spoke with Mary, who is the executive director of Strides for Peace, she told this compelling story. She said that they were doing a tour of the Gary Coleman Center in the city of Chicago, trying to familiarize themselves with their programs there. And when they were visiting the school, they met some youth, and they told the youth about them starting this organization, Strides for Peace. By the time the executive director and some of the board members had made it back to their homes, the youth had went into the recording studio and wrote a song called Strides for Peace. So I want to play a little bit of that song right now.
Strides for peace. Let's go from Mare Marie to add hopes and no guns and no smokes and no games and let's get more programs that do more. Keep sites and projects and peace plans together. Structures get better.
So then Mary said, if these young people who are passionate about their own communities within a 4-hour time block can make a whole entire song about their organization, then they knew that they themselves had the opportunity to make some type of small impact. And so they've been doing all types of programs across the city. If you're on Facebook or any other social media outlet, please follow Strides for Peace and get involved. They're a very, very good organization, very passionate organization, and they're striving to try to maintain peace here in our city. The theme for this poetry set tonight is Speak Life. We always have a theme every month. And it's Speak Life because we have a lot of our kids who are either already back in school or on their way back to school. And we know that the beginning of school, for whatever reason, is a dangerous time in some communities. And we want to speak life over our communities, over our children, over our families, because life is precious. And we wanted to celebrate that tonight using spoken word and other open mic talents that will be displayed today. We have a letter from the executive director. She's actually in London, so she's on a whole other time zone, but she sleepily.
One day, and the city's so beautiful, but if you look inside that beautiful city, you find something so terrifying. You wonder how I sleep at night when somebody just died in that street that night. I simply shrug and begin to recite. You see, the city has its own life and the streets are alive. Come on, he ain't young, that's what the streets decided. Another one gone, that's what the streets decided. But the weapon ain't the gun, it's all about the mindset. The man behind the gun is the real threat. 746 dead and they still don't get it yet. Mama's crying to the sky and daddy's asking why. My baby was only 13, he was on to big dreams, it's like I hear it every day. This ain't just foul play, this is the absence of a conscience, the streets whispering lies like it's so obnoxious. But that's beyond my point. If the city keeps acting oblivious, then the city will become insidious and that beauty will become diminished. You can't turn on your TV and simply ignore the homicides. Get these kids off the street so when you turn on your TV, 746 teens got full rides, going out to college to grow to help the city get the memo. We can't tolerate this hate, so before you get revenge on the one that killed your love, stop and think. That's what they forget the most, THINK. Because believe it or not, your mind holds more power than that gun will ever plot.
We have to go through the heat of life. I have 3 kids and 1 on the way. I'm married, going on 3 years. I'm quitting the job, and I've been working 2 jobs since 22. That's a lot of heat. I don't know if y'all got hot, but I'm hot. I got all 3, but I'm hot. But that heat is how I'm going to rise to vacation. The third point is plants need water. If they don't have water, they don't grow, right? Right. But on us, if we don't cry, if we don't bleed, if we don't sweat, we don't produce. Look at the civil rights movement. People were vegan. They were disappointed. They were ridiculed. Spirits beat down. But they kept going. They kept pushing because they had a reason. We asked the young generation today to go out there and sweat a little bit, to bleed a little bit. But they've already cried. They cried before they even had a chance to fight. And I'm speaking because I was born in '86. I'm a crack baby. My mother and father did crack. 86. So with that being said, without those things, we can't nurture those foundations as it begins to go through the heat of life. The fourth point is to close off every avenue of oxygen filled over carbon dioxide and die. Plants, they'll grow. They capture what counts. As humans, we have to capture those moments that are ugly, but we got the lesson out of it. I hate school. I work in the school. I tell kids to go to school, but I hate school. I hate homework, actually. But I know for me, it's either that or something legal. Exactly. So I might as well make that work and do what it do, keep talking, find my way to get to where I need to get to, and then be able to pass it down to the next generation. We have to capture what counts, even through with Donald Trump. Exactly. I got a piece on Donald Trump. It's good. But the last and final thing is this. Just like the theme tonight, plants give off life. They have their foundation, they go through the heat, they use that water, they grow to the occasion, capture what kills us, and they give off oxygen, they give off life. Tonight's about giving off life. If you're not giving off life, regardless of who you are in this room, whether you're listening to me or in this room or you're working, I want everyone to know, if you have ears inside of your head, that you have to give off life. Your story has meaning. People may get tired of my story, but I have to keep telling my story. And why? Because I talk a lot, and 2, I don't like following other people's rules. So I might as well create something in which I can do what I do and find those kids who are like me, who have those talents, and nurture them to be able to grow and stand before people like you and share parts of their story. Because as a high school dropout who was born 2 months early and adopted, if I can grow, everyone in this room can grow. Good talk. Thank you, love you, appreciate you. Good talk.
Give it up again for Kent Ray, Mr. Ambition. If you need someone to come speak with your classroom, unless it's on the receiving end of a whip or a gun clap, or clap of hands. From the boys and blue fans who thought it was sound to celebrate the killer of Mike Brown. It had to be in Ferguson, never in Chi-Town. Oops. But what about Laquan, Madonna, and them? They ain't never gonna eat McDonald's again. But his killer and political friends dine in, so why you not boycotting them? How do these crooked politicians continue to win? So let's talk about Chicago. If one more person jokingly asks if I'm in the game, Or if I knew any of them kids who were shot to fame, Blair, Darion, Hadia, Tyshawn, y'all need to know their names. And I really don't know Chief Keef by name. That's because I'm a solid trans with Black Lives Matter on the brand. And I got black girl magic aims, and my jewelry is black girl rock ingrained, and I'm dear black men and dear black women, hashtag fame. Voting since the age of 18, I was pulled out of my mama raising the fist, my pictures framed. I'm pretty serious about this black thing. I really wish y'all felt the same. Why is being black so hard? Why does being black mean permanent scars that most of us aren't able to get over? So we turn our anger inwardly and try to get over on one another, sneaking and sleeping under each other's covers. But I know what you smell like, brother. Even on her and maybe on him, I don't judge or care who you love. I just want us to be better, blood, to each other. For each other. Then the outside negative forces couldn't penetrate our force field. They'd be forced to feel for our dollars. Just imagine if we withdrew our $1 trillion of spending power. Them cowards would start to devour each other, leaving only sisters and brothers. But we gotta stand together. We gotta band together. We gotta plan together. And we can together. But we gotta be about our business. And that's that piece. Up till the
How y'all doing tonight? Y'all enjoying yourselves? All right, I'm gonna do a piece for you real quick. Can y'all hear me? I'm gonna do a piece for you real quick. It is a love poem. Y'all in the mood for a love poem? Somebody say it all the time. If I could, with my very last breath, I'd say that God did well when He chose her for me. When He enclosed the globe and placed her poles closer to me. When He made the mold that would grow into you, He added a dewdrop of honey soul and saccharine blackberries like coal, rich and fine. Before time was time, He gave her to me. Aged her sweet neatness like private reserve, wine poured over a diamond. My destiny was disturbed until I turned a curve. Now all I have to say about her are kind words. If sunshine were to take a bath, the splash would be your laugh. If you were a season, my seed would need just a dash to be the sweetest. If you were a season, you would be in between the solstice of spring and heaven, just left of the window where God pours out blessings. I am 4 years her senior, but yet she expresses a more discreet demeanor. An age older and the gray outweighs the darker shades, but you look at me with the youngest eyes. Make me feel like a kid again, brand new and powerful, like the first line of the scroll the Old Testament was written in. An excess of tension, eyes tinting like violets. My imagination goes sprinting, but it's too private to mention and too special to share. Innocence must be preserved. She is magnificent intelligence, and I keep finding kind words, so I'll need more than a breath to express how I feel, like I need more than a pinch to test if she's real. I would need a century of sheets to stockade our memories on how she touched your life and how much she meant to me. How she came and prayed for you. How she felt enough for us to tell us the truth. What joy when she said, I do, and she does provide tides of love. I would need a dime of time to describe. From our first meeting to a bleeding heart beating and an outstretched hand looking hurt and deceiving to a lesser man and standing tall. Man, she's the reason for it all. My mission now is to serve and to keep you smitten with the kindest words like life you give, like love you gain. At night you live above the rain, preparing for a new day. Every storm is just a test to draw the best from all of us, but the rest is to reflect where you are. Leaves fall from the trees to worship at your feet. Each snowflake attempts to impersonate your singularity. So unique you confuse when dudes see you, they stare at me. Like, how he pull a chick like that? I might just answer how indeed, but trust it wasn't just me being me. It was because God allowed us to see underneath to what He saw in us, to what He might call love. You are a sun ray on Sunday, a cool gust of wind, a glass flute of lust with a hint of sin. You're just too much, and I can't wait to give in to the whims of my friend and settle into that comfortable place where wounds tend to mend and hearts tend to be safe, and the secrets we tell are locked with chains of lace. Like the patterns in the veil I lifted from your face and gently placed a kiss. I wouldn't have believed the soul if they had told me this vision of Hershey-dipped bliss would be my missus. So I put emphasis on my kisses. If I could whisper the kindest words, then that's what this is.
Hey, brother. Hey, you just spit some real deal.
I don't know why he always get on this microphone talking about me like that. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling you, baby, every time. You ain't got to do me like that. I'm trying to host this show.
That's the real deal.
Tell me, give it up here for some live photo. Tall people, you know what I'm saying? They got bad attitudes, they need heights.
This is more than a typical kind of thing. Felt the jolt in my bones when you touched me. Oh, I didn't want to take it slow. In the days going crazy, I can barely think. You're playing through my brain, I find it hard to speak. I'm waiting for my phone to blow. See, I've been waiting all day for you to call me, baby. So let's get up, let's get on. Don't you leave me broken hearted tonight. And honest, baby, I'll do anything you want to. So can we finish what we started? Don't you leave me broken hearted tonight. I can't seem to let you go. Hi.
So hi, my name is Mare Marie. Yes, my sister Chelsea had a baby today. It's my first nephew, so. It's called Crash, and I want everyone to just bear with me. I am not like super pro in my music, but garage band is my best friend.
And to fight back the tears, his torturous. To shrink back and hide from the crowd with denials. It's the hardest thing, a secret. See, he ignores my life, my very presence. Never taking time to stay by my side. Why did I ever let that smile touch my very soul? If you only leave me empty inside. Over and over I fell into They're trying to tear us down. Negativity loves to hang around. Big clouds of jealousy. I saw the color every time they made me smile. I knew they judged me. Damn, I guess the word got Mars over their head. They twist the truth, spill out from imagination. All this time on your hands just to terminate you. They put the words in. Figure it out. In this life, love will be worthwhile. Now that we know what we're about, and you'll always be the one. You'll always be the one. Always be the one. You'll always be the one.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So when I came out tonight, I was trying to figure out how to work mic stands. Google, you know, all I knew is that I had heard about this young lady who was trying to work with the organization and raise money to stop violence, and you know, I didn't really know what was, but I was like, okay, I ain't gonna miss this night, right? So I'm definitely coming out, right? Mike Thomas, right? Man, I love this song. But then Kat asked me what I was gonna do tonight, and I wasn't really sure. I was kind of torn between actually doing a poem or just really kind of speaking about some things that's been on my mind a little bit tonight, right? And I walked up here torn, but I do want to start with saying this, right? I grew up on the west side of Chicago, you know, right off Chicago Avenue. Right. I've been knowing this guy here for 35 years. This is Vegas, right? Right? I grew up on Drake in Iowa, right down the street. So Chicago what? Right out of Chicago and Drake. Chicago Avenue and Drake. Right? Yeah.
Right. Drake. Monticello, the next 2 blocks down the street.
So, but because of that, though, because of where I came from, I've seen a whole lot. I've seen a whole lot, right? Myself, I grew up in a household that just went right. You know, I've seen. I was homeless for a while as a teen, 13 and 14. A lot of people didn't know it. I was really trying to fake it, you know, trying to balance school and trying to be normal and all that stuff. At the same time, I've seen a lot of guys fall to drugs, jail, death, you name it. Sadly, I've seen a lot of girls go the same routes or even worse. But I ended up figuring it all out, right? I went through a lot, and I took a lot of the stuff that I learned, and man, I kind of figured out a way to package it. But now I go all over the city and suburbs, teaching with my company, teaching community safety, right? I speak and I teach from what I call 3 levels of safety: prevention, intervention, and suppression, right? So I move and I teach communities or people with the least amount of resources how to create or connect with violence prevention or prevention programs, mentoring programs, and if they can't figure out connecting with the right ones, I teach them how to create them, right? Second of all, prevention for those communities or people that need a little bit of extra help. I teach people how to create those opportunities to really dig into getting to what people need, and not what people think they need or what other people think that young people need. I really dig into what it takes to really talk to and create a change. A lot of people, like, you ever like been out somewhere and you hear people talk about like You know, stopping the shoot, stop the violence, right? Don't shoot, right? All of that, right? The problem is, right, a lot of times we say stuff like that. We'll protest, we'll be at church talking about it, we'll be at schools talking about it, but the problem is that the shooters or the people most likely to be shot, they can't hear us because they're not here. They're not here tonight. They're not going to be at your job tomorrow when you talk about it. They're not going to be at the next open mic or your church or none of that. They're not going to hear it. They don't even watch the news. So when you on so when the media out there talking about, hey, you know, we film these people, they protesting, the shooters or the people most likely to be shot don't even know that y'all care. Because they don't hear y'all. Right? So that's most of what I do. I do it a lot in terms of workforce development, scholarships, education, everything. Because I want to see all young people make it. But I really like to move around and talk to the people that don't get this message.
Exactly.
Right? I really try to give it to the people, to the shooters, or the most likely to be shot, or the most likely to be hurt, right? So I really want to ask people, like, to really think about the next time you, like, sharing a message or sharing an opportunity with, you know, your people or your friends or and you like, yeah, they need to stop shooting, they need to do this. Think about how many ways that you can, you know, really make a difference, right? And that might be, and it might be something as simple as saying, hey, I know these guys on this corner of my block get on my damn nerves, but I know they hiring at this jewel warehouse, so tomorrow on my way from work, I'm just gonna stop and I'm gonna print some copies out and I'm just gonna give them to them. I ain't even gotta say nothing. I'm gonna give them to them and I'm gonna keep on moving, right? Because maybe if I pass out 10, maybe one of them might go get the job, right? Or maybe instead of me going to church and I teach this Sunday school, I'm gonna really do this thing. Maybe I'm gonna really try to see how many people I can get to have church on the corner outside. It's still nice. It's not cold yet, right? I'm gonna see how many people I can get to come outside so people can see us and hear us, right? And that's what I really work with people in the community all around Chicago to do. Like I said, I've seen a whole lot firsthand, and I know what it took for me. I know what it took for me, because I had a lot of people when I was younger saying, hey, you can do this, and you smart, you can do this, but their voice wasn't as loud as the voices of the rappers, the dope dealers, the pimps. Their voice didn't resonate louder than what I had chosen to tune into, right? But once somebody did take the time, and I thank them, because I put them through a lot, but once somebody did take the time to really get to know me and figure out what I needed or what I was going through and why I was kind of missing the message, then I decided from then on that from now on my life is going to be figuring out what I need to do to get the right message out to the people that need it. So I hate, I wanted to do a poem tonight. I really got a dope poem, but I ain't gonna do it. It's too late. But that's what I'm saying, right? Everybody in here, it's a reason y'all here. It's a reason that y'all here tonight. You know what I mean? And it's a whole lot of stuff that y'all got in y'all. But we gotta get out of trying to give our message or sharing our knowledge or egotistically talking from this podium to people that get it. Right? I don't want people to tell me that we need to stop the violence, because I already know that. So everything that you got, I'm just asking people, even in the slightest form. If you don't know If you need ways, try to maybe connect and figure out, hey, well, how do I keep safe and then give away a little game too and try to save somebody's life, but I don't want to risk mine, then come talk to me, right? And I'll let you know, right? I got cards, I can let you know what my organization does and how we do what we do. But I really beg people. I'm big and big, you know, it's good for black people. That is what we do, right? But if you really want to see a change, then we have to consider talking to the people that's shooting or at the most risk of being the person shot.
Lift our hands to the sky. You need to think about one person that needs life spoken over them. Everybody's hands to the sky. On the count of 3, I want you to speak that name into the universe. 1, 2, 3. Let's speak it again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We now spoke life over someone, and we are hopeful that this energy that we created in this moment will cover them the rest of their days. Let's give it up for yourselves. Y'all can have a seat now. Now, I want to bring up some more open micers, but we're running short on time. So I'm going to need hood raise, mannerism, and word warrior to join me up here real quick.
We wanted to cease to decrease all the drama in the streets. Now it's like the lives on the lease. We're longing for peace and we're torn as we mourn the deceased. As our death rates increase, we wanted to cease to decrease all this drama in the streets. Now it's like our lives on the lease. We're longing for peace and we're torn as we mourn the deceased. I'm from a different era, where respect meant more than crowd love. In the streets, there was something that was glorified, it was something we were trying to climb out of. And calling ourselves bad and bougie was never something to be proud of. And we always hustled to cop the loot. See, we would rather box than shoot. And nowadays, these dudes get all fancy to go stand on the corner. I guess they block prostitutes. And they call this savage life. The bastard son of thug life. Blaming it on the absentee father, saying they act like this because they weren't shown love right. What they need to cease the madness. Because ferocity plus absence of intellect that equates to being savage. It's not like the olden days where fists were raised to decide who was the baddest. Nowadays, the loser gets toe tags zipped up in black plastic, actions graphic, and it's routine to be immoral. And bullets are the only immortals. They appear out of nowhere and transport bodies like time to the land of beyond the living. Because the streets is unforsaken and hearts is unforgiving. It got me sick of speaking at funerals. It's emotionally brutal to catch the last visual of a life gone too soon. I always found it disturbing to see a life that never blossomed and flowers that never bloomed. And doom seems to be the ultimate destination. And our only dedication is to end lives faster than abortion clinics. They're categorized as nothing more than poisonous business. Then they scream Black Lives Matter, but only to avoid the cynics. But ignore the fact that there's so many blacks causing blood to scatter on soil and crickets. It's embarrassing to say, but day after day I'm beginning to stereotype my own skin type. Dread was in the head of the pan-sagging dreadhead. No, I haven't been manipulated by anything that the Fed said. Just with my own eyes, I realized some of these rumors are dead head. Precisely on point. It's way too often as we invested in coffins, it's melanin on both ends of the gun point. So, death to the savage life. Let's put a muzzle on the mouths of those who glorify street beef. No more praying to the God and Chief Keef. These industry creeps need to be 6 feet deep in books, learning to master self. See, knowledge is the best weapon. Use that to blast yourself. Let's get away from the black ebonics and focus on the black economics and amassing wealth. Teaching each other to uplift is a task in itself. See, because life matters, regardless of ethnic distinction. Because if the kids die, then our future's oblique. The only thing left is extinction. See, but as our death rates increase. We wanted to cease to decrease all the drama in the streets. Now it's like our lives are on the lease. We're longing for peace and we're torn as we mourn the deceased. As our death rates increase, we wanted to cease to decrease all this drama in the streets. Now it's like our lives are on the lease. We're longing for peace and we're torn as we mourn the deceased. Thank you.
Positive is the attitude. Negative is not the mood. Positive is the attitude. Negative is not the mood. Stay encouraged. Let your smile remain. Even through your heartaches, even through your pain. Tie a knot and hang on tight with the correct mindset. You'll be all right. We are in control of our own stress. We must remember that. Even with bad news, it's the way we react. Even when things don't go our way, we must not let this disrupt our day. If we keep our head up in all situations, we give our outcome a better foundation. Positive is the attitude. Negative is not the mood. Positive is the attitude. Negative is not the mood. Even in darkness, eventually there will be light, because weeping endures only for one night. Everything starts with our thought process. If we think positive thoughts, we lay negatives to rest. If today is awesome, then tomorrow will be great. This should be our way of thinking each and every day. Change your mindset, change your life. Think positive thoughts, everything will be all right. Change your thinking and accumulate like-minded friends and watch your outcomes of issues become better at the end. Positive is the attitude. Negative is not the mood. Positive is the attitude. Negative is not the mood. Life throws us pain. Life throws us struggle. Life throws us rain. Life throws us trouble. If we catch it and throw it back with positive thinking, we'll stay on track. Even when people are mean, y'all, and often rude, guess what? We can smile, because positive is the attitude.
It costs so much to be poor. I can't afford poverty. Your novelty is perverted, so what's the real reason why you bother me? What do you want from me? Oh, you got a plan for me? Vanity, vanity, says the preacher, all is vanity. A preacher once said, if you have a plan for your life, someone else will, or have had already, probably. Dignity, self-worth. Nah, you ain't robbing me. You got an evaluation of my value? Really? Am I value? How much am I value? Or you think I'm generic, put on a Walmart shelf, generic brand, great value? Or a bargain, as if I sold my soul, as if it was for sale, on sale, for cheap. Beat this, said the devil was sold us for sale, for cheap, with a bargain. A devil's coupon for the bargain. Let's tear out the coupon, no need to stay within the margins. Do you see me as butter for your better, baby? Or just butter or margarine? Charging a battery, you say less or mucus or butter robotics, let charge them in. Charging a battery. Let's place them in a mechanical system. Charging battery. Charge attack. Assault in battery. Pull his ego. Down he go. Gravity. Do it slow. Gradually. Charge with the battery. Assault in battery. His savior and flavor will be gone. Beat it out of him from the battery. Why do you want to batter me? Picking up bats. Batter up. Splatter me. Because if they splatter me, then they beware is what my matter be. But they don't matter me. You ask what's the matter? The matter? Me. Atoms and matter equals the matter of me. God asks Adam what's the matter? Adam responds like matter? Me. Oh, me and Eve, we deceived. We was free, now we were leaves. We were trees. Our lives was at ease, and we must grieve. We felt the need to grieve for what we didn't need. Now the garden we must leave, where we leaves and heed labor for our deeds. With sweat and blood we bleed. Now pull, heave. In this rat race indeed, I want out of the rat race, please. Because at the finish line, there's no cheese. By the way, where is the finish line? It's a perpetual pattern, no finish line. I refuse the line of the finish. You put me in this line because you think I'm finished? I'm not finished until I get the finishing. The author and the finisher are my favorite to the finishing. I'm done with my bank account diminishing. I can't count on your bank to diminish my account and stay up diminishing. And your support mechanical system is diminishing. So don't ask me for nothing unless you're replenishing. Are you a diminishing Dominican? You can't diminish my dominion and domain and kin. I'm kin of my domain. My domain and dominion is kin of my domain. You can't toss me like remain. I remain domain. My dome and dominion is kin of my domain. But you rather see me in remains, in ruins, in post-mortem, blue in the face. But God breathed breath in me, he blew in my face. Now I got my light shining, now I bloom in the face. Gargamel status, now I have issues with them blue in the face. Them lifeless zombies bringing the epidemic, glooming, doom in the place. Your Gnostic, academic, ecumen is a humanist race. You tasted the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, now you in ruin and waste. Now you need Yeshua pursuing his grace, soon in a haste. But the rat race should be replaced with grace. Get out of my face. I don't want to become your option. I'm about to opt out faster than a telescopic shot from a black ops son's gun. Run. The rat race if you wanna, but I behoove you to remove the hooded hoodlum from Horus and Hooves. He ain't Jehovah. Angels hovering over, crying holy, holy, holistic, holiness, hallelujah, he Jehovah. Hallowed, follow ground, broken a minute, I meant to minister to my mentality. Shallow sound, screech the contract, lawful ground, breach, the Messiah's blood impeached, all y'all presidential principalities. The presence of Jesus put a dent in demons' dimples from a simple demonstration. Principalities need dentures with an old and decrepit, and suffer dementia. Did I mention? Principalities are detained. Detainees get detention by principle. Your principle put you in detention from attention caused by principalities. Your prince is no pal. You're pale from the pal you call prince. You are mincemeat when you meet your match when you thought you can muzzle a maverick. I'm done with the rat race. Without grace, it's a labyrinth. I'm done with the rat race. There's no cheese at the finish line. But speaking of finish line, Where is the finish line? Thank you.
In my teens, why can't we live in peace and harmony? Please don't shoot, I wanna grow up, fulfill my dreams, enjoy my teens. Why can't we live in peace and harmony?
They say they lost in the soccer. Just reaching their teens and their times cut off. The spaces on shirts, tissues and cloths, loud screams, obituaries, full of pictures, and short-lived memories, short paragraphs, no diplomas, no degrees, just more bullets received. It seems as if death comes in more than just threes. One adult, 2 kids, and about 5 or 6 in their teens. Save our children. Save our streets. Stop ignoring the billboards and stickers. You see, every day we passing cold-hearted killers on our buses and subways. They strapped with 9s and AKs. The city's like a maze, it's full of death traps, a never-ending phase. The same thing, different days, camelets, blue and whites. Now they stretched out for suburban hikes. White t-shirts, sagging jeans, looking alike. Standing on corners and squares, pitching the pennies and shooting the dice. Stuck, trapped, used to the life. Gangsters, thugs, more murder, more blood. It's flowers and liquor bottles in the last spots that they stood. The west side, then it gets worse. Roads lined in Eaglewood, ambulances and fire trucks. They flying past. I know it was one of us. Ash to ashes, dust to dust. It's either that or handcuffs. Lost within the lifestyle they caught. Chances, whatever's the cost of the evils they sought. More community needs, faces of depressed adults. We all gather for results, trying to figure whose fault. Or whose fault is it? Maybe it was the parents that were never taught. Pushes a kid to be so hard, he thinks the love is being too soft. Save our children, save our streets, though it's not that easy. Y'all been watching the news. You see, we have some of the worst of police. And some of these lawyers and judges are creeps. It's hard. We have to lean on the least of the beast. It's less jobs. Crime is on the increase. And then we have soldiers overseas, but more than ever, these cities in need. It's a war, fighting over pride and greed. Thoughts of giving up, just pack up and leave. But how can I turn my back on a child saying, help me please? No dad, no one's there to encourage him to study and read. Dropping out by the numbers within themselves. They don't believe. They're closing their own doors and throwing away the keys. They turn to cushion weed, county time, creating records and toll fees. More DUIs, they losing their license, making it harder to succeed. Save our children, save our streets. Though I know it's higher than us. See, it starts at the top and then it trickles down with budget cuts. Create debates and an economic fuss. You see, I'm just trying to distinguish the just from the unjust. So it's in God that we trust. Be aware, y'all, and be in a rush. My people, don't wait till they tone before you've had enough. Let's become an outreach. Let's create more love. Let's create more peace. Let's have high love, Eye Recite, and speak life. Save our little children, and save our streets in peace.
How y'all doing? For having this feature and this awesome open mic on tonight. I'm gonna do this next piece. It's a little bit different because I'm gonna read it. I'm glad you have Eye Recite too, where we can read from our phones and kind of feel more comfortable. Yes. So this kind of stepping outside of what I usually do. I'm always, usually jumping up, running around, memorizing pieces and this and that. But by the title being Speak Life, Save Our Children, Save Our Streets, I was a little skeptical on doing that because I speak about a lot of things that's going on. But in between, I mentioned Save Our Children, Save Our Streets, so my brother Hood Ray asked me to open up with that one. So keep that in your mind. Save our children, save our streets, and do whatever you can to be a part of your community in any way that you can. Save our children, save our streets. So this next poem, I'm pretty much laid back. I'm going to read it to you all. And I hope it does something for you, like it's done for myself. So y'all just bear with me for a minute. It's titled, Continue to Grow. Continue to grow, like the sand sitting at the bottom of the hourglass. In due time, it will fill up. And after it does, start again, because it just wasn't enough. Keep going. As a matter of fact, go even harder when things begin to get rough. Hurdles, roadblocks, and even mountains you will have to climb or figure out how to get around. And just because they slow you down, that doesn't mean you have to stop, but continue to grow, continue to blossom before, during, and after the rain stops. Things will come to hinder you, to prevent you from progressing in life. But that's when you know you're getting closer. It's just through the process you have to press and fight. Continue to grow, like there is no tomorrow. That one chance, you won't get it twice. Push, run, crawl. Whatever you do, don't stop. Go on till you conquer all. The big, the small, the things you were told you would never do. If you even tried, you will fall. Continue to grow. Continue to answer the call. Many will line up against you, try their best to throw you off track. You will even get hit with many attacks. Know that you are more. Know that the more you overcome, the stronger you come back. The more boos, the louder will be the hand claps. Be the survivor, the one that stays standing against all odds after left or defeat. Continue to grow. Go even after you have been buried deep. Be that seed that sprouts, making trees no one thought you would ever be. Be that one that a child looks up to for strength when they are weak. Be that dream that even you thought you could never be. Continue to grow. No matter how long you waited or how old you are. Must go till the story unfolds. Like the beginning of the year and the seasons. Continue to have resolutions and goals, plans, deadlines, and times get in that zone. Continue to grow. Don't look back at where you are or where you need to be, but at how far you have come and all the things that you have achieved. Never settle. Stay having priorities and needs. Bigger and better things like certificates, awards, and degrees. If you can get all A's, never again shall you even think about B's. Stay at the highest of the highs. Be that one that shines and believes. Continue to grow. Never stop. To every door that closes, don't worry. There's a better one. And you earn the keys. Keep showing that champion that lies within you, that lion that roars and pays ways with good courage. No matter what, don't stop, just go. And at the bottom, it's too crowded. So stay climbing to the top and continue to grow. Continue to grow, you all. Saved by Streets. It's a spoken word poetry album mixed with a little bit of rap, spoken word and lyricism. 16 tracks actually on the back about speaking life, you know, to everyone that's open and wants to hear. So I do have that with me on tonight. It's for only $10. If you don't have that, I'm also on social media as well too. You can find me on Tidal, Spotify, Amazon, and any other music stores. So I'm gonna do this last piece. It's titled Our Little Roads. It's actually on my CD as well too. So this track is pretty much kind of laid back a little bit. Y'all can sit back and enjoy it and listen to the hook as the song plays. It's about uplifting our little brothers that's going down the wrong road out here in these streets. So Kyle, you help me out real quick.
Yeah, you say about that little bro. You be blessed too, big bro. Yeah. They call them niggas, though I see them as little bros. Misguided, closed-minded to the history, only darkness is shown. They trouble youths, accustomed to what they used to. Hearts turned cold, felt alone from an adolescent. Fatherhood that was stolen, a child filled with hurt since birth. It gets worse as he grows. His education slows as he gets old with no growth and no goals. Our little bros, lost in the hoods on the corners, they just stick around. It's a thirst for blood money now. You know, that quick route. to 6 below the ground. He lives with no worries, no fears to die. Taking the bird that can reach in the sky. It was psychological suicide. He lives without knowing what living is, then die. Our little bros, it's sad though. Our little bros, our little bros. Ooh, our little bros. You can be somebody's hero. You can be the leader you don't always have to follow. Our little bros take the lights with you wherever you go. Our little bros, you can pave the way. No matter what anyone else has to say. Each day is for you to live the new day. Ooh, our little bros. Have mercy on the soul at the crossroads. Maybe this is the way it was supposed to go. Through time, you'll murder young, right before the moles and folks. That family that gave you money and dope when yours was distant and broke. Our little bros, searching for every way that's wrong. On the come up, knowing any day you can get smoked. Instead of higher learning, it teaches the fixes. It's robberies and stick-ups. Lost in the devil's music, the pills and the spirit to kill. Lord save you, far gone now. It's kill or be killed. Sleep with the heat, they in too deep. Our little bros, thug life. This is what they live and feel. Having more faith in the steel than the humble themselves in need. Our little bros, you can be somebody's hero. You can be the leader you don't always have to follow. Our little bros, take the lights with you wherever you go. Our little bros, you can pave the way. No matter what no one else has to say. Each day is for you to live the new day. Ooh, our little bros, like they have no hope. Knowing the killer, tears on hold, they don't cry no more. Can't see past 25, no purpose to live for. Our little bros, a short mindset. This is how they think. Life is short, we gon' go someday anyway. Really, it's not much to say, just hope and pray. Our little bros, to all of those that's made the streets stay home. Maybe you will one day see that light, a sign to take you off the road you on. They treat you into believing that you niggas, but you just on the pathway that's gone wrong. It's better days ahead, you just have to change your friends, envision your songs, change your pictures, other than the ones that shown. Become and go where you belong. You can be somebody's hero. You can be the leader you don't always have to follow. Our little bros, take the lights with you wherever you go. Our little bros, you can pave the way. No matter what no one else has to say. Each day is for you to live the new day. Ooh, our little bros. Our little bros. Time for y'all to stand up. Be our next hero. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for listening. That's my support.
Give it up again for just Mike the Poet. So that was our last coming out and supporting this venture and supporting this venue, supporting Maya and her dream to do this work for the community and keep people safe. We want to bring up Donna from Strides for Peace. She's made it. She wants to have a couple of words.
Thank you. It's amazing. I mean, here's a girl that doesn't even, it's not even from really Chicago, living here right now, and is out here. What can we say? We love you. And everyone thinks that, you know, just anything you do, whether it's just open your eyes and say hello to your neighbor or somebody walking down the street, everything helps. Everything will make life so much more peaceful.
My next performance, if anyone's interested and she wanted to get on the mic, but we have some time constraints today, the Back of the House Poetry Set, Mahogany Brick House, where you at, sister? Back of the House Poetry Set, that's my next performance. So this Sunday from 5:30 to 9 p.m. If you're interested in knowing more about that event, make sure you're following me on social media. I love KAILOVE. Thank you again for your time, for your patronage. God bless. Good night. And can all the artists that performed today come to the stage so we can get a picture for Strides for Peace?